Saseni mkofiti manzeni mewa miss manzeni mewa hata we 8,000 subscribers wewe hata siamini. Thank you so much. Asanteni sana yani. Thank you so much. Tuendelee. Slowly by slowly we shall get there. Yes, so last time kuna episode ile tulifanya about career versus skills when I was talking about hatuwezi toshana sisi watu tunaweza vidole hazitoshani. So today niko na guest. Nilisikia story yake by then nikasema nitamuongelesha kama atakubali kuja self reflection I'll be so happy. Akikata pia I'll respect that cause again si lazima akuje. So I am so happy that amekufika. Her name is Lydia. Nataka tu ajiintroduce mumsikie. She's where we work uko Kahawa Sukari. We work in Kahawa Sukari kwenye suenda shoot shughuli mingi skits za Jugushu kwa mnaonanga Kahawa Sukari. So Lydia is our guard. So wacha Lydia ajiintroduce.
Hello guys, my name is Lydia, as Sele has said. I currently work as a security guard there at Kahawa Sukari 2nd South Avenue, and this is where I met them, and they have been pretty good people and amazing. I'm happy to be here, Sele. Thank you so much for hosting me.
Karibu sana.
Yeah.
Unajua the reason why I have you here Lydia ni juu it's been now like 2 months tangu kam ama tangu nikujua. I think nilikuwa maternity ukikam. So Lydia unakuanga ever happy. Good morning, mumeingia, mumeenda, good day. Like wait, see it's not kawaida kupata mara mingi tunaonanga ni kama mnakwanga mmekasirika. Like wengi uko wamekasirika. Sio nyinyi wote. Unajua sasa hiyo ndio shida yetu tusema gods watu wamekasirika. Lydia anakuanga ever happy, ever jovial. Good morning, ndo mmeingia. Na leo like hiyo kitu ilinijaz sana until nikuja nisikie story yako. So sisi huku nje tuko na tunakuanga zile za magads wanakuanga wamekasirika asubuhi, wanakuanga na moods, but to my surprise you're totally the opposite. Like Lydia hata mtu akiwa ametoka gym amekasirika unakuanga kai Lydia acha nijitayarishe tusalimiane. Like that's how unafanyanga mse spirits zake zina so like how did you find yourself there? Because with the type of attitude you have yani it is not expected like from us. We don't expect such.
Okay. I get to hear that a lot from people. I don't know what is the perception people have about security guards or something, but I think it's life and the way you interact with people on one, and especially the most important thing I would say, it's you should learn your environment. For me, that job, it really taught me how to learn my environment. You know, I'm there, I need to interact with people. You know, when you're interacting with people, you should know how to carry out yourself. You know, you should be polite, that is one. You should have a lot of etiquette and manners. You know, you're interacting with different classes of people, and you need to understand this person from their own perspective and from their own point of view. Yeah, some guys are top class. You know, the guys who stay there, most of them are wealthy and they have different categories. You need to interact with them at that point. Some of them are, you know, we have house helps, we have, you know, laymen, kids. You know, you just interact with different people at their own category. That is what I would say. Yeah.
So is it something that you wanted to do growing up? Like you grew up ulko something that you...
Not at all. Yeah.
So how did you find yourself there?
How I found myself there, okay, I would say, personally, let me just give you a back flash here, a news flash that is. I grew up and I went to school, of course, like any other kids do, and cleared high school, went into college. I did a diploma in medical lab technology. And now I'm out here hustling jobs. I've been working, of course, when COVID came, I worked with the county response team on COVID. Now COVID subsided, it was on contract. My contract came to an end. And I've been thinking, of course, because I also have kids and I need to foot my bills, you know, and I'm a single mom at the same time. It kept me wondering, what is it that I can do to just survive, you know, to just put food on the table and to afford the bare minimum, which is food, shelter, and clothing. And the bare minimum as we are right now is also education and access to proper healthcare, So I found myself in a really bad situation that I couldn't manage to even pay house rent, to even do the least that you could do as a parent, that is to your kids. And sometimes when you look at your kids, these are your full responsibility, So you can't delegate roles as a parent, These are things you should do because they entrust you to do it to them, especially now that they are fully dependent on you as a parent, yeah? So a few businesses here and there, business wasn't doing so well. And I sat down one day in my house and I was asking myself, what is it that I can do? Because now maisha kuna time life inakupush to the wall ama to the limit, but even so you sit and you tell yourself, I need to do something. Even if I have my diploma in med lab technology and I can't find a job, that doesn't mean I cannot do anything. I won't sit here and watch my kids go hungry. I won't sit here and watch life come to what it is. So that is how I found myself on Garissa Road, 2nd South Avenue.
Ukaenroll.
Yeah, just woke up one
morning.
They
didn't ask for your diploma papers. They didn't ask for anything.
No.
Like you're willing to be here, sitting here, skumzima. So venye tu uliamka ukaenda, they didn't ask for anything. They didn't ask for papers. They didn't ask for them to give you that job.
No, I wouldn't say so because, of course, for any other job in Kenya, however layman or whatever you'd call it, of course you have to present your papers. But you see, for this job application that I'm making is for a security guard. They really don't need my papers as a medical lab tech, So whatever minimum requirements that they needed, I think I qualified for.
What were those requirements?
Of course, they were asking that you should be, about 2.5 feet tall. And then you say your identity, of course, you have to be a Kenyan or above 18 years of age, and of course, certificate of good conduct and such kind of things.
But Sasa, I love that because the last time there's an episode I had where I was saying it's good to do something. You're saying you have kids to feed, you have rent to pay, you have like the bare minimum for your family.
Yes, sure.
That's why uliona as much as I have done this, I need this at the same time. So ukatoka ukaenda and you got the job. I'm so sure kwa hiyo job yako. Do you ever, okay, I am not so sure, but I'm asking. Sometimes do you ever second guess yourself? Do you ever ask yourself questions like nikopa mchana nimefungulia tu yamepita nikafungulia? Wengine I'm sure kuna challenges. I'm sure there are so many challenges.
Sure.
So do you ever feel like
this is not where I should be? Yeah. There are times you really feel that way, especially if you had dreams for yourself and you vision yourself, you wanted to be somewhere, like growing up, how you came through that education system. There's somewhere, everyone has goals, they need to get to their dreams, I would say, yeah. So, but life has a way, someone says nature has a rule of imperfection. When you look at yourself also, there's nothing, you're not perfect yourself. Someone tells me, if you cut yourself into half, you just realize probably your left breast is bigger than the right one, your left hip. That is the rule of nature. It does not allow perfection. You can't all be perfect in everything that you do. So, truth be told is, when I first came to that gate, I looked at myself and it was more like a downgrade. I am so-and-so. I used to, previously when I used to work with the county response team on COVID, I can tell you, I was used to the title, Dr. So-and-so, doc, enda kwa daktari wa so-and-so atakufanyia, and I was so pro to the art of bench work and everything. Kila mtu alikuwa anajua, that girl, top notch, And I think this is also something that I've learned with life, yeah? Anything that you're interested to do it to your level best. So when I was at the hospital set up and I was acting as a doctor, which is my line of profession, I was good at it. I acted in that capacity to the best of my ability, yeah? And now I'm here. It's more of a downgrade. Now I'm being like a security guard. This is life that has pushed me to that level, you see? But even so, I will give service.
You're still doing it at your
to
best.
the level, in that capacity, I still give it to the best of my ability. So I understood the environment that I was in, and I understood myself as a security guard. I wouldn't go there with my, with my status of education. I associate with everyone at the level they come with, because at this time, and I thank God because of education. Someone says you go to school to acquire education, but at the end of the day, this education is not about the papers that you come out with, but how well are you able to blend in the society that you are in, Can you associate with someone who's not of your, someone says of your type or of your level,
I love what you've said, giving your best in whatever situation ama whatever rank ama whatever position that you're put in. Unasema huko alikuwa anasema doc ako the same way I'm saying pale kwa gate every day. Lydia na si kukuchocha, like without even lying, nilipenda mpaka until like I got to learn your story and I was like, no wonder. Okay, well, said nasema ngalo wengine wote ni wabaya, but I could feel there's something with you extra. Juu unakwanga tu, yani hata I am so sure when yote amekuona hapo tu mtu kwa zile za na huyu kwa nini anakaa different, like you're giving it the best as much as you're supposed to be a doctor somewhere seated ukingojea tu kufanya kuprescribe na kuandika ile handwriting, but you're doing your very very best where you are right, because it's for a season again, sindio? Si tumeamuka hapo forever, sindio? It's for a short season, then you leave. Now ebu nikuuliza Lydia, ebu just tell me like 2 challenges you face where you are right now
on my daily encounter,
because those people are going to watch this, and we really assume hiyo kazi nafanya kufungua tu gate mimi naweza fungua. We really assume until ile siku umefika hapo na gate ijafunguliwa, na unafaa tu ushuke ujifungulie, lakini you're like kai ako happy anifungulie leo, so ebu share maybe a few, just 2 challenges. Kuna tu ile ya kwanza inakuja tu kisikia challenge.
I would say this, and I think this is out of experience. The first challenge you'd ever face, the moment you're in that uniform, people will take you as you are. I would say ile uniform ni kama inakuwaga na kama dharau fulani.
Wanakuona hujasoma.
Exactly. And then wanakuona tu wewe ni mtu mjinga, and they associate with you at your own level. I'm looking at for example, there's a time you're opening a gate. Sometimes zile gari ziu come up, they are very nice cars or nice models, and some of those, big machines that everyone else would want to drive, and I'm hoping also one day when time,
of course,
I'll be, So someone comes, they park their car there. Hata hataki kushusha kio, they're wondering, sasa huyo anataka kuniambia nini, mbona asifungue gate, and anashusha kio, anakwambia yes, unataka, with that kind of arrogance, and I don't know. And I find, kitabu hataki kujaza, they are very, hata beandika, they even they are doing it out, sometimes I even think they're doing it out of spite. When someone tells you hata beandika, is it that they think you never went to school, that you can't read and write, Is it that they have this machine and they think they are better than you are, So I really find that not appropriate at all, because humility is key, is something that each and every one of us should embrace. Whether you dropped from heaven, whether you're born,
nobody dropped from heaven,
whatever the circumstance, humility is key. If you find someone, just shusha kio yako, mongelesha vizuri, because it doesn't cost you anything to be kind, So, and
Lydia akona points, it does not cost you anything to be kind, which is very true.
So,
but saa zingine mtu anakuanga bedhe, saa zingine like kukinyesha, wacha tu niseme kukinyesha watu wako na gari hawakuangi mindful kuna umse ako hapa kando, like mse uko kai nimechelewa, una splash. I think we need to be very mindful, like we need to be very, as much as niko na stress zangu, I need to know kuna mse yako mahali nikaa nikuje kwa ofisi nipate huyo daktari alafu niingie. Kwa nini nikiingia kwa daktari naingianga sasa daktari? Kwa nini huyu kwa gate iko hi, it's hiyo like we really ubaguzi.
Yeah,
we really judge people because you won't tell me there's a person who'll go to a doctor na ingie uyu. They start, hi doc, so my baby. So the same way we start with hi doc, can you start with hi God ama sasa? Sasa mkubwa msalimie tu kama atakata kujibu hizo zingine ni zake. Yes, but I am really sorry on behalf of those people who do that.
No, it's okay.
But we need to be mindful, guys. We really need to be mindful.
So that is one of the challenges that you can actually encounter there. I would say, but not everyone is.
Not everyone.
Yeah, there are people who are kind enough. They would just listen to you, what you have to say. And I would say this also, even us in our own profession now, in that line of duty that is being a security guard, pia kuna watu wanakuanga tu na mood zao. I wouldn't protect us at all times because unaweza pata mtu amekuja unamuongelesha venye unataka, hapana wewe usiingie, weka gari yako hapo, such kind of things. You're being rude to this person for no good reason, because number one, Sele, if you just came in and you're driving and you met me, I don't know you, you don't know me, so I don't think there's any form of friction yenye itatokea, because literally we don't have any common ground to share unless we find one.
The least we can do is be good to each other.
Because huyu ni mpita njia just the same way wewe ni mpita njia. Akuje, be of service to this person as much as you can and let the person go in peace. That is the much we could do. So, and again, another thing you'd say challenge nimepata kwa hiyo gate. I think that is the outstanding one. And I don't think there's any other that is so outstanding.
Ulikuwa mention you're a single mom. Of course, you're a mom too.
Two
boys,
wonderful girls,
two girls, mama boys. So tutaongea after hii. So you mentioned you're a single mom. I'm so sure kuna challenges pia your side ingine as a mom. Also with what you're doing. Do you unakuanga guard usiku?
No, not at all.
So some of the challenges you face as a mom to two beautiful girls.
Okay. I would say the outstanding challenge as a mom, especially now with this current job that I have, is I really don't get to interact with my kids as much as I would have, because that is a tedious job. In fact, let me tell you one thing. I never knew this, but now I'm coming to know. Ukikaa pale kwa gate, mtu anaweza ona tu you just seated there. Hakunanga kazi unafanya, you're just idling. But trust me, I get so tired. Actually much more tired than I would be wakati nilikuwa nafanyanga vitu zingine, probably business or even when I was practicing as a doc or something. Unaona, hiyo gate iko na kazi mob. Like fatigue now, I'm talking of fatigue. Ile kwenda kurudi. And then you talk to people from morning to evening. You need to know how, and these are different people actually. Kuna mtu alikuja kulima, huyu mwingine alikuja kutafuta kazi, hata yeye ya labda ya house help huko ndani. Some people are coming to see their bosses, others are, everyone is coming on that street with their own personal, and you need to associate with them accordingly, And then again, as a mom, you asked major challenges that I'm finding. This job, I work from 6 to 6. Like, I have to leave my house by 5 in the morning for me to be at work at 6, And it's quite
6 to 6, Monday to Monday.
I'm talking of 6 to 6, 7 days a week.
Monday to Monday, Sunday to Sunday.
Yes.
Like hakuna off.
Hakuna off. Na hata ikiwa, we're usually given 4 days off monthly. So that would equate to a day per week, And sometimes you uwezi bahatika kupata hata hizo 4 days. Sometimes inakuwa very cumbersome because sasa utapata nani wako ku-replace when days are off, So I feel it is derailing me, and especially my kids, they're being affected because if you're living at 5, watoto umewaachia nani? They need to go to school, they need someone to prepare them and do a few things. And then you're clearing work at 6. So hiyo 6 ndio unafaa kuwa unatoka job. Before you get home, you're getting home at around what time? That is about 7:30, 8. Before you do your supper, wash your
CBC.
kids, homework ya CBC. They have been in school playing the whole day, so they are tired. You know,
Wamelala.
you're tired. You know, wamelala. Sometimes it's like you even find them wamelala kwa kiti ni kuamsha. You know, you do your supper haraka uamshe waambie mom amka ukule woge and then you go back to sleep. You know,
pale kuna mtu ana complain ya 8 to 5 na kuna mtu ana complain ya 8 to 5 like
So-
you see how we overlook things like you will prefer right now tupate 8 to 5
Yeah,
at
sure.
least nitoke kwa nyumba 7:30
Yeah.
ama 7
Yeah.
nisikuwe naamka 5
Yeah,
na
si ati uamke 5. You have to be earlier by 5 because at 5 is when you're leaving your house, you know. At 6 you need to be at work. That is your reporting time.
alafu uanze kuongelesha watu wenye all sorts of people.
I know.
Good morning. Good morning. Like what? Like if mi nasema if at all tungekuwa tunajieka kwa kiatu ya mtu.
Yeah, sure.
Me I feel like that's the only time unaweza kuona resonate na huyo mtu.
Yeah, sure.
Ukakapo kwa hiyo gate siku moja good morning vumbi. Sasa nikusaidia aje hata
Yeah.
you know until uimagine msee watu wangapi nikipita hivi watu wangapi watapita yani I think ukijieka in that position you kidogo you start being mindful.
Yeah,
Kidogo you start
be mindful
you
of
start
this
being
person.
you start unaanza tu kuunderstand mtu
Yeah.
una respect kwenye yako hata ukimpata unataka tu acheke kidogo.
Yeah.
Jujui kama atacheka the next 3 days.
Yeah.
So
And let me tell you another thing also. Some of these people, I come to realize, someone life imempush to that extent mpaka ameamua wacha nifanye hii kazi. You know, it is an odd job. Let us just be honest about it. Though some of these odd jobs in Kenya are well paying somewhere in this globe, you know. If you got a security job today in UK or even in Canada, trust me, you have good money, and also it's not just a petty job, but unfortunately it is a petty job in Kenya, you know. And these people who have been pushed to that extent and they are there for whatever circumstance that they are there, you know, I have come to realize one thing about being there. Mtu anakuanga na vitu mob ndani yake. Amekuwa akijiuliza, you know, this person are looking at good houses. Probably most of them actually even went to school. You don't just take, despite that fact, yeah, they went to school. It's just that they didn't have a platform. Ama life didn't favor them.
ama their time has not yet come.
Yes.
Time itafika tu.
Unaona? Aya, mtu, the moment you despise this person, you know, they sit back. Anajiuliza maswali mengi sana. Anajiuliza sasa mtu amenionaje ndio anidharau, you know. These are really tough questions to ask yourself. And if you find that this person doesn't have the kind of, you know, sometimes even stress management policies or even you know, if si mtu wa kuachilia hata vitu, you know, unaweza nikosea in my own capacity I will understand. Labda ulitoka gym venye tunasema ulikuwa na stress zako leo ulikuja, and let me tell you, these people, they also don't behave differently every day. You might even be residing there, so you are tumekuwa tukiengage on one, you're my friend, you know. Kuna time you're from work, you have your own issues and you come there. Utafika kwa gate and I'm like poo hooting all over, you know, and I'm like leo sele kwa nini ananihutia hivi sana, you know. Ufungue gate kwa like sasa sile hata hiyo siku sasa utashusha hata kama unashushanga, you know. You need to understand this person, probably they had a hectic day. When they are here, akifika hapo, you need to be kind to them. Mwambie sasa sele siku yako imekuaje, uko poa? And then some of them atakuuliza maana mtoto wangu amedropiwa, and then like yeah, nilimwona akipita. You know, even at that point you need to also be of help, because sometimes you're of service even to these people. Someone will even anakuambia Lydia, nipe namba yako, basi ya shule ikipita hapa ukiona nipigie. You know, is a parent, probably she needs help in one way or another. So I think challenges zimekuanga all through, but we shouldn't take these people for granted. That is what I'm saying, because one time, because I remember there's a time hata alianguka hapo kwa gate.
Alikuwa kusalimia, I hope
no, actually she was a bypasser. So me, I'm just seated there, naona watu wako pale, ananiambia Lydia, not even Lydia, waliniambia tu soja kuja, and I'm like, this man, why are they calling me from the other side of the road? And I was like, wacha tu niache kazi nafanya niende nione. So sinkaenda, akaniambia bona, and then I found that it was an innocent lady ameanguka, but I'm looking at this person and she has form. And I'm looking, and of course, with my medical background, I was like, she could be epileptic, And actually, I ascertained that she was epileptic, so we had to carry her, tumweke hapo. Now, tukamwingiza kwa gate yetu, tukamweka hapo. We do a little research tujue tutamfanyia nini ama tumpeleke hosi, so tukamwacha for some time and akaamka. So I was looking at a case, hata saa ingine mama mwingine, she was just driving out, karibu wabampiane na mwingine, kwa barabara. So in the case where unisalimiangi sele ama unanipuuza, ndio umetoka umegongesha gari yako na umegongana na mwingine, who would be the first person?
Na sija kusalimia.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we need to be mindful of these people because they're part and parcel of us, and we live with them every day. Let us appreciate them in as much as
both ways. I think ni both ways. Whatever ungetaka kusikia po ukifanyiwa afanyia mwenzako. Pia asikie fiti. So I am so sure you still have your dreams.
Yeah, sure.
Even despite everything, and I am so I feel so good that you're still happy, even despite knowing where I am. It's not where I want to be.
Yeah, sure.
Like hiyo ndo kitu like as much as hakuna kazi, which is sad.
Yeah, sure.
Hakuna kazi after kuenda shule, after kufanya hizi course zote, kufanya hizo project zote, hakuna kazi. But in whatever area, what can you do? At least upate chakula, upate watoto wako, knowing that kuna mahali nataka kuwe. Utaki kukaa hapo kila siku kifungulia kila mtu.
Sure.
You still have somewhere where you want to go. So nilikuwa nataka uniambie, where is that? Just in case we get that opportunity. In case there's someone watching na kona hiyo chance. Askie, what would you love to?
That is good question, Sele. That is a very nice question. Of course, my dreams are still valid. Like Lupita says, I used to say when I grew up, I want to be so and so. Yeah, and life has nurtured you. It kind of frames you and shapes you. Sometimes the decisions, you're not that young. When you were young, you're gonna fikirianga life is all about, when I want to be a doctor, I will be a doctor. Nafika hapa mahali unakuja unapatana na physics na chem, unajua haya, it doesn't come easy, You go to campus and life somehow, sometimes even guys, like unfortunately guys even get pregnant, mtu hata ana drop along. It's not easy. Motherhood can come, other things can zinaweza kutoa in the course, yeah? Sometimes they might swipe away your dream completely, and at times they might just kind of shake you, that you really don't. Someone says you aim the stars to reach to the moon. Just in case you don't hit that high, you fall on somewhere that is higher than you wanted to be, or even not that you wanted to be, but at least you're somewhere even closer to the mark. Though you don't hit the mark, you're somewhere. You made progress at the end of the day. That is is most important. So back to your question, is where I want to be. I look at myself as a lady and as a woman who will excel both in her career, in being a mom, because at the end of the day you can excel in your career, and if you do not delegate your duties properly as a mother to nurture your family and to be there for them, to be there for your kids, you have failed in one way or another. In as much as I want to be somewhere in life now, I have always viewed myself as not being just a doctor. Now in my profession, now you're asking me I want to be in life, yeah? Of course, I want to be the best I can be in my profession, considering the fact that this profession is also service-oriented. It is being of service to humanity and to people out there, creating good health standards for both kids, women and men, But what I love most, even in this line of profession, is that I tell God every day if I can be. I think I love research more because than the hospital setup whereby I just have to deal with patients every day in and out. I look at myself one day and I tell God, I would want to be a researcher, like a health researcher, that I'm focusing myself on, critical illnesses. Like when COVID came, it really gave me an insight, something that I want to do unaona ile yenye unaona this is a highly infectious disease, how does it spread, how can we curb it? No, you want to research more about this. So one time I remember I used to tell my kids, they know mom is a doc or something. Of course, it's not like I'm a real doc or something, but there's where I'm heading to. I want to scale the heights of education as much as I would. Sometimes I look at myself. Since I cleared college, I haven't been in a position to sit in a class. But I tell one thing. I know it sounds like it's too late, but it's not that late. Because if life would have been what I wanted it to be, believe you me, right now, I'd be done with my master's. I was sitting down and calculating, sahi ningekuwa wapi? Probably I would be done with my master's, I'd be Dr. So-and-so. There are things I've wanted to do that I have not been in a position to do. Probably I wanted to specialize in this line of study, but I have never gotten the chance to. Maybe because of one reason or another, but I know those dreams are still there.
And
they're still there.
Yeah, na bado zitafika. Still, because even right now unaweza rudi shule.
Yeah.
In a few years, your masters uko nayo. By the way, it's always a matter of time.
Yeah.
Time ikifika hivi, utajipata uko na masters yako. Like, all this is a story. It's going to be a very beautiful story, by the way, Lydia.
Yeah.
Utakuwa unaambia msee, imagine, after COVID, nimekuwa daktari, the next year nikakuwa. Msee anakuuliza, acha jokes. Like, itakuwa a very beautiful story.
Yeah.
Like, life is a journey, na ni poa ikiwa na, well, sisemi ati ni poa ukiwa hapo kwenye uko when you're not happy, but it's a story. Hii yote ni story yako. Like, unapanga tu hiyo story yako venye. And a time will come, utakuwa unasema hii story, hizo masters zote, hizi vitu zote ulikuwa unasema I wished ziko, zishafika. Sasa ni like, sasa next, hivyo. So, personally, I am so grateful for your journey, because your journey is going to inspire someone out there. Kuna msetu anapata mtoi anaachia hapo shule na anaona life yake imeishia hapo, like anaeka full stop. But akisikia story ya mtu kaa Lydia, here you are, mtoi sasa akomeka ni mbigi.
That one I got in college, she's 7. She's now 7 years old.
So mtoi ni mbigi life. Back then I'm sure ulikuwa unafikiria nothing else will happen. Uko not imaliza masomo. But with time makes things better. So maybe closing remark kwa huyo msichana, huyo mwenye sahi hiyo situation ulikuwa back in college, because there's someone right now ako tu hapo. Maybe unaweza mwambia kitu as we end the show.
What I would tell this young generation is sometimes life can troll you, like we have said. Situations are there, but they are never permanent, just like you said in life, Nothing is permanent. You might be in that dark moment where probably you're pregnant, or even if it is not pregnancy, some are delayed even by sickness. Unapata mtu alikuwa shule, but ikabidi drop out of school probably because of sickness. Others is poverty, ama school fees, whatever reason it is. It is a dark moment for you. At that time, you're looking at yourself and you're thinking, will I even make it? There come a time in life, myself, I look at my friends, people that we studied with in high school or even in college. I sit back and I look at them, Some of them are driving really nice cars, Some have made it in life, Some, when you ulikuwa unafuzanga hata hiyo maths and they never performed, by the way, they're good, And you sit down and you ask God, where did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong as a person? Is there something that I should have done that I never did? But in as much as life pushes you to that wall, never give up.
True.
That is the basic. Never give up. However much imekupush, the best you can do is ask yourself, in this situation that I am in, what is it that I can do? However little, you just need that first step. I remember before I came to Garissa Road, Before I came to Garissa Road, there's a time I was down and I was in my house and I was asking myself, that time you've just lost your job, umeka home for some time, you're still in denial. Ujiamini, like, I can move from being a doctor to being just, ile title lot walikuwa mekuzoea nayo, bo uwezi fanya hizi kazi zingine umezoea, like now what you're saying, the white collar job, But I came to realize, hata nikiamka asubuhi, I remember that day niliamka na meza yangu. I'm good at cooking, by the way. And I asked myself, what is it that I can do to even earn a living? I didn't have any means of, unaelewa, I didn't have a starting point. I remember my neighbor alinibayanga unga na mafuta. I had a jiko. I went home, picked a jiko, and nikaanza tu kupika chapo from nowhere. Nikatoa meza yangu ya kitchen, nikaweka huko nje kwa street. And that is how I started making chapos. You see? Na it started from chapos, the business grew. I did smokies and my eyes. There's a time I did that. Yeah? And actually watu walikuwa wanakuja wananunua. Kwanza chapo zangu, to my surprise, nilipika day one day. Tunajua ni ile like watu watanunua kweli. Na nilianzianga jioni. I just woke up and I did it. I told God, this is what you have given me second to what I can be like professionally. I can cook, you know. Let me just go out there. I do my chapos and I love cooking chapos. So mimi nikaanza tu kupika hizo chapo. Now do you know that day of course watu hawakuwa wanajua kama chapos zinapikwa hapo. So akipita leo na kesho anajua haya hapa kumekuwa na kabeza ka chapo. So I started selling. To my surprise, nilikuwa namaliza kupika na ninasimama sina hata chapo hata moja. Zilikuwa zinapangiwa line ukiwa hapo. So what I'm trying to say is this. Apart from life venye imekupush and you want to give up ama your education ama whatever it is you think you're best at, there must be something somewhere hapo kwa kona. And if you just dig deeper and if you stop wallowing in that self-pity, you know, most of the time you find yourself in this situation and you find yourself you're so hopeless, you're so helpless. If you give your mind to that situation ati sasa hakuna kitu mimi naweza fanya and you start unaanza kujihurumia sele, trust me hakuna kitu utafanya. You need to just rise up, identify that which you can do within your capacity however small and make a difference, because you don't have to do anything so big to make a significant difference. You just have to trust yourself with the small little things to just make it in life.
Thank you so much, Lydia. I hope mwenye ako nasikia amesikia, hata siongezei. She's very soft spoken na najua hizo maneno zimeingia. The little you can, just hata sitaki kuongezea. Lydia ndo amefunga hii show. See you next week on our next episode. Bye. Tuambie bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much, Lydia.
Wow.
That was so good. That was so nice. Soft spoken.